You know the worst part about this? It's that Walmart moves into a new town, then they basically shut down all the small-time competition that can't keep up with their scale, and then they just decide that, hey, there's no more money in the area, so they up and leave, leaving the town sucked dry and empty of basic cash flow and economic opportunities as well as income opportunities. You know what I mean, right, guys? Yeah, all right, maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. So, okay, yeah, let's talk about Walmart. They may be starting the recession wave already. They're preparing to close down stores, and it'll definitely impact lower income residents, especially those on fixed income like Social Security, SSI, SSDI, SNAP benefits, EBT benefits. We're going to take a closer look in today's video, including how they seem to be raising prices on everything for regular Americans, including rents that are drowning people in smaller cities. But first, guys, I'd love to hear from you. Seriously, how are you doing? How are prices in your grocery store or the last time you put gas in your gas tank? Tell me about it. Hit me up in the comments down below. Product shrinkage is the issue that Walmart is having. Now, I have friends that are saying that it's the shrinkage that Walmart is having a problem with, aka shoplifting. They say all this move will do is to force the shoplifters to other stores. And there may come to a point when we won't be able to enter a store at all without posting a deposit through your debit card or cash. Seriously, would you guys really want to go through that? Only in America, right? Also, if you own a home, make sure your home is protected. Never be caught off guard by another very expensive, unexpected home repair again. Get your free home warranty quote. There's a link in the description down below. It only takes like 15 seconds, guys. Here's a clip of Walmart just deciding to up and leave a community that they basically gutted.
It's kind of sad, you know what I mean? I used to work there, so that's where I met my wife. So.
People in southeast Albuquerque will have to find a new place to do their shopping after Walmart announced it's closing one of its stores on March 10th. The company says after a thorough review process that included financial performance, they determined the store on San Mateo near Zuni was underperforming. Some people who live and work in the area are applauding the move, saying the store has a reputation for attracting crime. But other residents say the closure will make things tough.
Major inconvenience.
Joseph Earp walks to the Walmart on San Mateo a few times a week to buy his groceries. He says he was shocked to hear the news. It leaves him wondering where he will shop for essentials now.
The interesting thing about them is when they move into an area, they close out all the other competitors, so they're the only thing left.
Yeah, I definitely think that there needs to be done about something, where Walmart can just kind of take over a wholesome community. And then once they've sucked the people dry and the area dry of resources, income, and businesses, they just cut bait and run. And it's happening all over the United States. Nearly half a dozen Walmart locations are set to close and shut down in the coming weeks. Just 2 months after the retail chain's CEO warned stores could close amid an uptick in shoplifting. Stores don't close that fast. This was planned, guys. A Walmart in southeast Albuquerque, New Mexico is set to close within a month. The company described the store as underperforming, but noted that several factors contribute to the decision to close this particular location. Walmart is also preparing to close a store in Milwaukee. That's right, guys, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and 3 stores in the Chicago area. Now, apparently, 2 of the stores in Chicago did not meet financial expectations. Just last December, CEO Doug McMillon warned Walmart could close stores and raise prices due to historically high rates of theft at the stores. Last spring, special agents conducted a retail crime sting at the Albuquerque Walmart that is now set to close before the end of March. Now, during a week-long sting operation, 16 people were arrested. So yeah, it may look like the insane amount of theft going on is killing their profits, but hey, let's not forget about the insane salaries CEO Doug McMillon and his fellows in Walmart C-suite are getting. Now, I'm not saying that it's okay, but I did a quick Google search. Here's what he made last year. $21 million in total compensation for 1 year of work. Not bad. I'm not saying theft is okay at all, but I mean, a theft or two at the local level, it just seems like small beans compared to the sheer scale these CEOs are operating at. I mean, am I right, guys? Now, another thing that they're shutting down, their Walmart experiment with pickup and delivery stores. Now, you may have seen these stores in Bentonville and Lincolnwood, Illinois. They opened pickup and delivery only prototype grocery stores where you could order food and groceries without ever having to get out of the car. In fact, they wouldn't even let you travel into the store. Fast forward 9 years to the present, looks like Walmart is abandoning the concept as it closes the only 2 remaining standalone Walmart pickup and delivery stores in the country. Yeah, I think Walmart is still trying to recapture the magic it had from the early days of the C-19 pandemic when the world pretty much hunkered down and primarily turned to online shopping. In the second quarter of 2020, Walmart US e-commerce sales increased 97% compared with the year prior. Now, in comparison, the most recent quarter ending November 2022, it saw a 16% year-over-year growth for Walmart US e-commerce sales. I have friends that say that Walmart will probably move to an online pickup only pretty soon. What do you guys think? Would you go for that? One thing's for sure, the Walmart closures happening are going to hurt lower income residents the most, especially those who are on fixed income like Social Security, SNAP benefits, living off of dwindling 401k investment retirement accounts. Some people who live and work in the area where these stores are closing are actually celebrating because the stores have gotten such a reputation for attracting crime. But other residents said that the closure will make things even worse. Now, as one resident pointed out, quote, when they move into an area, they close out all other competitors until they're the only thing that's left, end quote. Some people don't have cars, and this is where they go. And then other options are probably going to be out of the way too. Now, I asked around and people said that they find a lot of cheap but good quality groceries in Walmart like tuna, pasta, chicken, cereal, eggs, you name it. I mean, you can get a 6-pack of 5-ounce safe catch ahi wild yellowfin tuna guaranteed to be mercury free for $28.95. Pasta could be its own meal, like spaghetti and meatballs, or pretty filling side dish, the base for a casserole, or made into a pasta salad. The last time I went to a Walmart, 16-ounce box of half-length spaghetti was just 98 cents. You could also pair that up with 3-pound package of freshness guaranteed chicken breast tenderloins for $8.94, or maybe buy the freshness guaranteed chicken breast family pack for $15.02. Now, of course, don't forget about your veggies. Last time I saw Walmart's Great Value brand deluxe stir fry veggie package, 20 ounce was $2.54. Now, of course, you could mix that up nicely with an Asian style feast with the meat or non-meat protein, your choice. So yeah, I definitely get why Walmart's closing down. It's a big deal for a lot of people. I mean, everything is going up these days. Have you renewed your lease lately? Yeah, rents are rising and just eating people alive at this point. According to this, housing costs represent the greatest expense and the biggest share of household budgets for Americans that are 55 years old and older. Median rents in Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Northwest Queens, they rose by double-digit percentages in January from a year earlier as Queens climbed to a record, and Manhattan and Brooklyn, they approached their highs of the summer. Manhattan median rents, get this guys, they rose to $4,097, 15.5% higher than in January, the third highest on record. In Brooklyn, the median rose to $3,499, a gain of 25% from January 2022 and 6% from December. The median rent in Queens rose to $3,369, up 14% from a year earlier and 20% from December. There's a lot of people who are moving into cities that seem to be cheaper to live in, but the more people that move there, the more prices end up going up. They're seeing it all over the place. Harvard researchers talked about in their State of the Nation's Housing 2022 report, quote, job and income losses over the past 2 years have left many lower income households and households of color unable to cover their rents and potentially at risk of eviction, end quote. More than 14% of renters are in arrears. Now, according to their research, 1/3 of older adult households have no money left over each month and are in debt after meeting essential expenses, end quote. I say 1/3? That's it? It definitely feels like a lot more than half the people have been talking about having to, just pretty much give up at this point. And just look at what these real estate investors and landlords have been saying to people. Quote, we have an unprecedented opportunity, at least in my working lifetime, to really press rents on renewals. Where are people going to go? They can't go anywhere. End quote. Wow. Like, some of these landlords have zero heart. It's just crazy. Since prospective renters now have few places to choose from, that's led to renting bidding wars. Some are even writing love letters to landlords, hoping their personal notes will help them snag a new place to stay. Sure, steep price in rents has moderated a little bit lately, but housing analysts, they expect rents to keep going up due to severe constraints on the supply of apartments and rental homes. Although there is still strong growth in construction of apartments, most of those are high-end luxury apartment buildings. Low-income housing isn't even that anymore, if you know what I mean, of course. Basically, there's no cheap place to live. Some older renters are just giving up on renting altogether. A few months ago, Boca Raton, Florida. Retirees Ed and Lucy Grooveman, they were told that their $2,200 per month monthly rent would be jumping by 15%. That would have been tough since they live on Social Security. So the couple moved into a condo Ed's late parents had previously owned. Ed said, quote, "Why do we have to pay $30,000 a year when we have my parents' apartment? Landlords are taking total advantage of the situation," end quote. Their Boca apartment has since gone on the market for $3,000 monthly. Relocating to a less expensive area is one way to tackle rising rents. Here's some other suggestions that I got from the experts. Number one, call the HOPE hotline. I'll leave the phone number for you guys in the description down below. The National Council on Aging says this line offers free renter counseling and education. See if you qualify for the state or local rent subsidies. The National Low Income Housing Coalition, they have an online list of over 300 state and city funded rental housing programs. It's just that some of these programs have long waiting lists. Others run out of money quickly. When Tampa, Florida offered $5 million in rental assistance recently, the relief money was gone in 2 days. Now another one, ask your landlord for a 2-year lease. This would help you to kind of lock in a rent amount for a longer period of time than just your standard 1-year lease. And sometimes the longer lease terms can actually come with a deduction from your monthly rent. So you may actually get a discount for a longer commitment basically. You could also try to negotiate the size of your rent hike. You may be able to get a smaller percentage increase just by asking for it. Remember, if you leave, there are costs that the landlord would incur by trying to land a new tenant. So it's really in their best interest to keep you. Or your landlord might reduce your cost if you give up an amenity, like say your parking space. Just say something like, hey, I don't need this amenity and I'm not going to be using it. Can I get a slightly discounted or reduced rent because I don't need it? Hey, it never hurts to ask. Here in our YouTube fam, we are not giving up. We'll keep up until we reach our version of financial freedom together. And when that happens, we will definitely celebrate big time right here on the channel. Appreciate you guys always sticking with me and always lighting up the like button. I really do appreciate you guys during all this. But let me know if you're interested in any other money saving and money making topics that are out there. Comment section is wide the heck open. Well guys, that was another jam-packed video for the books. That was today's financial education update and daily news report. Walmart shutting down stores and hurting low-income customers, rents rising and swallowing up Americans, plus how you can save money on rent. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Please be kind to one another, and I'll see you on the next one. Be safe.